Hello everyone, welcome back to the monthly winner box here at Grey Ogre Games. It's our final match of the night. It's a finals between Jeffrey Chan and Eugene Wong. Eugene here playing the mono red aggro, Ramunap red deck, and Jeffrey here playing blue red control. Does he have the hand to beat this? And he certainly does not. Looks like he's stuck with a whole bunch of removal and no lands. And here Uncrop Crasher able to resolve, no Essence Scatter, and just going to be able to beat in Jeffrey here down to 11 and needs a red source, and looks like he's just going to scoop it up. So really fast game. Ramunap red, but Jeffrey here stumbling on lands. So that's how fast this game can be. If you're not keeping a good hand, like, it's likely that the game will end pretty fast. So yeah. Before we wrap up for the day, just want to let you guys know why we have all these monthly events, monthly winner box events. It's not just for show, it's part of our Grey Ogre Games invitationals. At the end of the year, we're gonna have these big giant championships. The best 16 players who've been playing at events at Grey Ogre Games stores will be invited to play in the Grey Ogre Games championships. And to be invited for these championships, you've got to do well in our seasonal qualifiers. If you're the top 2 places, you're gonna earn an immediate spot into the Grey Ogre Games Invitationals. If you scored one of the highest scores of championship points outside of the top 2 places, you will also be invited to the Grey Ogre Games Invitationals. If you're the Rookie of the Year, a person with under 21, and the Rookie of the Year and the under 21 will be invited as well. So new players are invited to play at this prestigious tournament, and there's also some last chance qualifiers. And you see Jeffrey Chan on the left here has already secured himself a place in the championships by winning our last seasonal qualifiers. So yeah. Him and Reef Chow, which we saw right at the beginning of the day, that was the first match, and that was like the grudge match, I guess, between the two. Yeah. And to get yourself into the seasonal qualifiers, you got to play the just normal games, normal events here at Grey Ogre Games, and that will earn you some will earn you some QP. And if you hit 30 qualifying points, you'll be invited to the seasonal qualifiers. Yeah. So it's actually pretty easy to earn 30 qualifying points, honestly speaking, because if you don't know, there's there's a lot of people have qualified already, and it shouldn't be hard. It really isn't hard. Ilham Risky is asking, is that a beta mountain? I'm not quite sure. Was it? It was so fast. The game happened so fast. I didn't even realize. I didn't even read the comments. Please. Pika 500 says, looks like this will finish by 8. Well, we've got 11 minutes to prove that wrong. So let's see. I don't know if Jeffrey is able to control it. It might also end pretty quickly. But Eugene has a lot of very strong outs. Hazoret is a very strong card. Ramunap Ruins is also a very strong card, which gives his opponent gives you reach. And Jeffrey here doesn't really have. Much life gain. In fact, he doesn't have any life gain, so to speak. So. No collective brutalities, no whatsoever. So let's see. All right, no lands. Wow, 0 land hand. Maybe 1 land. Okay, so he's probably gonna cycle away that sensor to be able to draw him an extra card. Magma Spray here going to. Yeah, with the trigger on the stack. Gonna... Oh, okay. You should let him exile cards away from his graveyard. Alright, think the ice here. We're gonna help to block some things, except when an uncropped crasher comes crashing down. That was a mouthful. Okay, so looks like Eugene here gonna keep up 2 mana, and that's an interesting decision. And yes, those are beta mountains. Uncropped crasher here probably gonna get censored. But Jeffrey might want to keep his sensor for another occasion. And he's just going to braid the uncropped crasher. Yep. Oh, disallow here on Jeffrey's side. He's just going to pass the turn. So he could disallow and then draw an extra card from the sensor. Or he could just use the sensor to take out the Hazoret. And let's see what Eugene is trying to get. Okay, so Hazoret does get countered by a sensor, keeping up that the what's that card? The disallow. Here we go, Village Messenger. Followed up by another Ramunap Ruins. And not sure if Jeffrey's going to block. Oh, he's just going to take the damage. That's okay. Not an issue. And Glimmer of Genius end step. Here we go. We'll be easily able to bounce that guy. I think at this point you want lands. But you also want removal. I have a feeling you should bottom the Glimmer of Genius, because I don't think it advances your board anymore. Okay, so he chooses otherwise. Alright, bottoms one, does draw a land. Draws a second land on top of that. I'm just going to pass the turn. So you're on the board. Eugene has an additional 4 points of damage. Jeffrey here gonna just take more damage and shoot down to 16. He's at a virtual 15. No, sorry, virtual 16. 1, 2, 6. He's at virtual 10. Because of those 3 deserts that are on the battlefield. And that's the power of the Ramunap Ruins. But here, just going to swing in. His creatures are much, much bigger than what Eugene can muster. And going to start throwing lands at your face. He goes down to 12. Jeffrey goes down to 12. Torrential Gearhawk here would spell disaster for Eugene. Unable to close out the game effectively. Gonna shoot in for 1. And bring him down to 12. So he is at a... Oh, yep. Eugene sees the writing on the wall and just scoops it up. Alright, okay. We're going to a game 3. So... Oh, I didn't get the score, so it's 1-1 right now. But Eugene has the advantage because he's going into that last match being the first on the play. Learn to Learn is asking, is running MD thing in the ice? Yeah. Yep. 14 mountains, most expensive part of the deck. Yeah, Pika 500 saying 14 mountains is the most expensive part of the deck. Man, if they're beta mountains, this like no joke, man. No joke. But you do see his deck box, like, you know, it's probably why he's running the beta mountains. Uh, could buy a new deck box, but yeah, maybe lucky deck box. Who knows? For those of you who just joined us, you're watching the monthly winner box here at Grey Ogre Games. My name is Mick. I'm your host for this evening. And like Pika 500 was saying, this will probably end by 8 o'clock. Maybe we've got 4 minutes to go figure that out and see whether it does end by 8 o'clock. But it certainly is a very fast game here. And Eugene's going into the third game being first, getting to play first, and that's definitely where the red deck wants to be. That first game we saw Jeffrey just stumble on lands just a little bit, no red mana, no third land, and that was the end of the game for him. So let's see whether Eugene is able to capitalize on that extra win, because Jeffrey's deck has Magma Spray's main board, and that becomes very difficult for Eugene to, just stick creatures and let those creatures stay. Oh, a red land. Is he going to get a second land? This is going to be a sketchy keep. I don't think you can keep this, even if you are on the play. Like one extra land draw would be fantastic. Okay, so he is going to keep this. Here we go. Falcon Wrath Gorger is the draw. Okay, so second a Magma Spray is the draw here. Jeffrey needs at least another red or blue land. Another red land would be fantastic. It looks like he might just want to Magma Spray this guy. Nope, takes 2. That's okay. Because even if Akari Zev enters the battlefield here, it's not going to do much. So, okay, so that was Chandra's defeat. I didn't realize. Alright, so second land here, and we've got a game. But Jeffrey here needs to string, a whole bunch of lands together in order to make this work. And if Eugene just goes land, and then has a red, then this is going to be a very, very fast game indeed. Falcon of Gorger getting it done, getting in some damage. Yup, so he does draw his third land. Okay, so here is where I think it'll be relatively stable. But it's not a double red. He might want to cycle away the Sweltering Suns to make sure that he makes another land drop. Oh, here he comes. Another hasty creature. And another hasty creature. A Bomat Courier. So Jeffrey might want to fire off and take care of some business here. He's got 2 Magma Sprays and a Lightning. Probably gonna spray. Okay, so he sprays the Falcon Wrath Gorger there, and just it'll minimize the amount of damage that he's going to be taking. And here comes the second Falcon Wrath Gorger. All right. Might want to cycle that away for another red source, but he doesn't. Might want to choose to get rid of. He might want to use the Harness Lightning to get rid of the Bomat Courier, but he's going to be taking 4, which bleeds him down to 10 points, 10 life points, which is not where you want to be, honestly speaking. So might just go for the Magma Spray, take out the Bomat Courier. Alright, so trigger on the stack is going to exile this card. And Eugene here. Yeah. Alright, and Jeffrey here going to go down to 1. Sorry, you're going to go down to 10. And looks like the card drawn was not of much relevance. Okay. So he needs to draw a second red source, but instead draws another blue source here. It's just going to pass the turn. That Sweltering Sun's stuck in hand for the longest time. Uncrop Crasher. Yep. Alright. So that's going to get taken out. And Jeffrey here goes down to 6. But 6 is not the end of the game. So we will see if he's able to pull it off. But that looks like that's it, because that's 6 damage on the battlefield already. Oh, no. And it looks like Eugene's going to be able to take this because Jeffrey's run out of removal. And then one of those Ramunap ruins might just ruin your day. Just passes the turn. Okay, so Eugene must be wondering, what does he have? Just swing in with both. It's gonna cycle this Sweltering Suns. And the hand extends, and Jeffrey here is just getting stuck on 4 lands for the longest time. He just needed one more red source. One more red source just to get it going. Alright. That ends our monthly winner box tournament. Congrats to Eugene Wong for winning the entire tournament. Good job. We are going off for the evening. Thanks for watching. Red Deck wins again for sure. What am I saying? Oh yeah. Remember, if you want to catch the stream, do tune in on Tuesdays and Wednesday nights, 8 p.m. Singapore time. We do the streams, and yeah, people, you can watch. If you miss them, or you miss the tournaments, head on down Grey Ogre, youtube.com/Grey Ogre Games. If you want to find out more about the invitationals, greyogregames.com. And last but not least, do listen to the Power 9 podcast. Every week, myself and Alfian, we get together and we talk shop about this little game called Magic the Gathering. Alright, hope you guys been enjoying the entire evening. We'll be back next time for our seasonal qualifiers sometime soon, next month. And in the meantime, just join us on Tuesdays and Wednesday nights. Alright, see you guys. Bye bye.